All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Sony back at it again. Now, today I have something a little special. This is actually the PS Vita that I got from Gamestop. It's a refurbished PS Vita, and I got it recently because I've been wanting a Vita, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to just test out to see whether buying it from GameStop is a good idea. Because there's definitely a lot of alternatives, and now that or I guess PlayStation no longer wants to support the Vita, I think it's a great time to get it, especially now that we're going into 2020. So let's get it started. Let's get it open up. As you guys can see, it comes in some really good packaging. Actually, I was not expecting GameStop to put it in such decent packaging here. It comes in this box, and that's all that comes in here. Now this box, all it says on the front is just that it's a PlayStation Vita. It says premium refurbished. Now this actually, on the front side, doesn't tell me whether it's the regular original model or if it's the Wi-Fi model. Like, it doesn't tell you if it's the Vita Slim or the regular Vita, but we ordered a Vita Slim, so hopefully they put the right one in here. On the sides, it just says PlayStation Vita. As you can hear, something is rattling inside, and I don't know exactly what that is. I think it's the charger though, so hopefully it's just the charger and not the actual Vita itself moving around in there. But I don't really have much hopes yet. So all around it just says PS Vita. On the back, it just has some serial numbers and stuff like that, and on the front. All right, so we got it opened up here now, and as you can see, there is the PS Vita, and it is the right one. It is the Vita Slim. I can already tell. And it's taped down. Now, I've seen other people open Vita Slims from GameStop, and they always do this where they tape down the Vita on like this piece of cardboard here. I guess to stop it from moving around and stuff. I don't know exactly why they do this, but I guess at least it's not moving around while it's being shipped. So this is better than nothing. So there's that. We're gonna move that out of the way first. And yes, it is actually the charger right here that was moving around. We got the kind of like power brick, and it's actually kind of scratched up. Oh, no, never mind. It's like dust that was on it. Okay, we cleaned it off. Nothing bad about it. It looks like is it actually the Sony one? Yeah, it is the Sony one. So that's pretty good. We got the what is this, micro USB or mini USB? I forget which one it is. And then we got the standard PlayStation connector cable here. That's all that comes in. Oh no, actually, wow. It comes with, what is this? Is this a screen protector? It comes with a screen protector. Look at this. I was not expecting them to include this, but it comes with a screen protector, the thing to apply it with, and even a cleaning cloth. That's pretty cool. I was not expecting them to do that. From what I've heard, actually, the thing that they do with the premium refurbished models is that they'll completely switch out the screen, and that's about it. That's the extent of their refurbish. It's just that they'll put in a new screen, which, like I said, it's not terrible. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you are getting at least a new screen. So that's pretty good, but it's not like amazing, because you never know. Like, there could be other things that are wrong with the Vita internally that they just don't care about fixing. But hopefully everything works. I actually really like the way that they put that screen protector though. It shows that they're including some extra stuff in it, which is cool. All right, so I'm gonna get this out of this kind of like plastic bit here, and then I'll show you it once I get it out. All right, boys. So here we go. I got it out of the plastic bit, and I gotta say, not gonna lie, this looks pretty good. I'm actually super surprised by wow. Wow. Dude, I am losing my mind. Look at the back. Look at the back. Obviously, there's a lot of glare because this is like a shiny surface, so you're not gonna be able to see it very well. But you can barely see any scratches or anything on it. Like, there's obviously some kind of like marks right here on the rubber part. Yeah, here as well, there's some like marks right here. But damn, this looks pretty good. Wow, I am very surprised. I am very, very surprised at the way this looks. This looks great. The buttons feel really nice. All the face buttons feel great. Nothing wrong there. The sticks are the things that I was most worried about. Look at this. The sticks are the things that I was most worried about, and they look fine. A little dusty. They have that same kind of dust that the charger had. I don't know exactly what that is, but it's a little hard to get off actually. But it's not actually like, grime. Sometimes like over, the more you use like thumbsticks and stuff like that, they might start collecting some grime and stuff like that, which is what I was worried about. I was, hoping that wouldn't be the case, but it doesn't look like that's what's on this, because like I said, the charger had that same kind of like powder. I don't know exactly what it is, but we were able to clean it off there. But this is a little bit harder to clean off here because it's I guess a more rubbery surface, but not bad at all. The home button works, start and select works. Shoulder buttons feel fine. Will they actually include an SD card? I don't actually know. No, they didn't include an SD card, as you can see. No SD card. You guys can probably not see that very well. There you go. No SD card, which is fine because we're going to get one anyway. We're going to get a 64 gigabyte SD card. Well, I'm going to get the SD to Vita, and I'm going to put a 64 micro SD in there. Power button, not bad. Volume buttons. Wait, hold up. Oh, no, never mind. It works great. No game in there, which, again, wasn't expecting them to put a game. So that's pretty good. But overall, I'm really happy with this refurbished. It's really, really, really good. But then again, I think whoever had this before me probably kept it in really good condition. So, like, wasn't going to be that bad anyway when I received it, especially because I guess since the Vita wasn't really well supported in the US, people that did have the Vita, not many people like really got much use out of it, I guess. But I'm going to have to look at this more closely in better lighting, obviously. But from what I can see now, at least at face value, just from the outside, it's not that bad. Obviously some scratches on the back, which is to be expected, especially, over time playing with it and, setting it down on like a hard surface and stuff like that. It's going to get scratched up, but it's not that bad. And it's very, very, very minimal. You can definitely, I can start seeing some more scratches now on the actual touchpad here, but nothing like detrimental, nothing that's going to really like stand out too much. And like I said, even here, like playing it right here, you're not going to notice it. Like, you guys can't see it at all. You guys can see basically none of the scratches. If I had a better camera, or at least, well, my camera is not that bad, but it's just that the lighting is not that good. But if I had better lighting and a better setup, you would actually be able to see more of the scratches. But not bad at all. I'm going to actually get this turned on. I'm going to go set it up. And then when we do set it up, I'm going to come back and show you guys exactly what the Vita actually looks like inside once we get it started, and we'll test out all the other features as well to see if everything's working just fine. So I'm gonna come back once I do all of that. All right, guys, we are ready to go. Look at the Vita here. Again, it's the glare, it's not gonna look that great, but when I put it like this, you guys can see it better. This is it, dude. I got myself all signed in and all set up, and it looks great. I really like the way it feels. This looks really good, dude. Now, of course, with the Vita Slim, you're not gonna get the OLED display. You're instead gonna get an IPS LCD screen, which is fine. I don't really have a problem with that because I never owned the original Vita, so this is the first time I've actually held the Vita in my hands. So when you think about it, it's not that much of a big deal, at least to me. Other people might have a problem with it, especially if you've seen the OLED screen on the other Vita. But to me, it looks great. Like, I don't see a problem with it. Now, I'm gonna go to the welcome part, and I'm gonna test out a lot of the features from the welcome part, because I think that's a great way to like see if everything is working. Because you never know, the cameras might not work at all, but hopefully this does work. We're gonna get it started here. I open up the welcome part, and this is gonna test the microphone. It's gonna test the camera. This is gonna test like the motion sensor, the touchpad on the back. So we'll see. Let me turn this down a little bit so that it's not so loud. The touchpad, by the way, on the front at least, the touchscreen works perfectly. No problem with that. All right. We're actually in the welcome perk now, and I'm using the back touchpad right here, as you can see, and It's kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie, it's not very responsive, or at least as responsive as I would like it to be. I don't know why that is. When I do like this with my finger like that and I hold it, it actually like the globe, as you can see. I can actually do it on camera, I think. Never mind. Or there you go. You can see it better there. But you see the glove moving in the back when I do that. But when I'm going up and down, it doesn't really recognize it as well as going left to right. And I don't know exactly why that's the case. You can see it going up and down there a little bit. I don't know exactly why that's the case. But left and right works really well. Up and down is kind of fidgety. Again, I don't really know why. Which is, I mean, at least the touchpad works. I most likely will not be using the touchpad myself too often anyway, so it's not going to be that much of a big deal, but it's still kind of, you know, annoying that it's not as responsive. Now, again, I've never had a Vita ever, so I don't know if that's how the touchscreen is supposed to be. Hopefully it's not, but all right, we're going to get into the actual camera function right here, and we're going to see if the camera works just fine. I don't see why it wouldn't, but you never know. There we go. The front camera, as you can see, is working. There you go. And then we flip it, and it should be, as you can see, the back camera is working. Flip it this way, front camera is working. Yeah, nothing to complain about there. It looks pretty good. Front camera works, back camera works. Let's return to the main menu and let's check out some of the other features. Again, I most likely won't even use the camera at all. There's no reason to, unless like a game requires it, but nothing wrong with that. We're going to test the tilt features next. Let's try it out. I think it's definitely going to work because, actually, maybe not. Oh no, it is. It's definitely working. When you flip it up, the character on the screen is bouncing and stuff like that, so it definitely does work. Yeah, there we go. So it works. It works. The tilt features work just fine. We're gonna return to the main menu, and I'm gonna test out the microphone. That's the last thing we're gonna test out here. And once we test out the microphone, we will be ready to go, because that's basically all the things that we really need to look at. The last thing after this that I'm going to check out is the remote play feature. I got my PS4 actually loaded up here on the left, and I'm going to test out all the features from the remote play part. Hello, 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 hello. How do I add a track? Oh, hello, 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 hello. You guys heard that? There you go. It works. It works. The microphone works. It's not a very good microphone, but that's, I guess, to be expected. Not going to use the microphone a lot anyway, so that's fine. I'm going to go and set up remote play. I've already signed into the same account, so it should work like relatively easily, especially because I'm connected to the same network. So it shouldn't be like really that hard to do, but I'm going to connect to it, and we're going to see if that works, because that's one of the features that I'm really excited about using. And I think that's probably one of the coolest features about the PS Vita, is the fact that you can play your PS4 games on this little system right here. So let's start the PS4 link. It should work automatically. I am very far away from my router. And I have Ethernet. Okay, the internet connection speed is not currently strong enough to start remote play. Okay, that makes sense, because I'm far away from my router, so that's probably why it's not picking it up. But I will test it off, on my own off screen to see if it works. But I have no doubt that it will. Once I get close and actually have a stronger connection, we'll see how good it works, and I'll let you guys know. Maybe I'll make an update video, once I actually test some games out, because right now I can't test the SD card slot to see if it works, even though I won't be using this. I can't test the game card slot to see if it works. I can't test any games right now to see if it works. So unfortunately, I will not be able to test a lot of those features. So if you guys want me to make an update video on how well this Vita is actually playing games, and how well this Vita is actually using the remote play feature, I definitely will make another video. But right now, we're going to close this off. I'm actually going to download off the PSN store. I'm going to download a game that, I already have for my, PlayStation account. And we're going to see if that works. You know what I mean? We're gonna see if at least that would work. And we'll test that out. I have no doubt that it won't work though, because you know, for the most part, everything else has been working just fine. I don't really know how to get into my downloads. So I went ahead and checked, and this Vita is actually on version 3.73, which is the most recent one, the most up-to-date one, which is, you know, I guess that's good. If you're buying a Vita from GameStop currently, you might get a Vita that's on the most recent firmware, which could be good for you, depending on, you know, a lot of things. Now, of course, there are ways to downgrade this, you know, when you're hacking it back to like 3.65 or 3.60, which is probably the most optimal. But seeing that this is on 3.73, I'm pretty sure I can only downgrade up to 3.65, or at least that will probably be the most optimal for me. But yeah, it looks pretty great. Like I said, everything's responsive. It feels great. I can't wait to start using it. One last thing, I want to mention that, to be honest, I don't know whether I can recommend that you get a PS Vita from GameStop, because while I'm very impressed with what they gave me, they brought it in really decent packaging. They included everything that would come with the Vita, and they even added a screen protector free of charge. Just threw that in there, which I was very surprised with. They even provided me with a very, very good condition PS Vita, which is really cool because, you know, nothing's broken, nothing is too scratched up, everything looks fine, and it works just as great, which I'm very happy about. So yeah, I'm not disappointed as I thought I would be. This is actually a really, really cool system, and it looks really great. But I will say this. Usually the PS Vitas go for around like $129 on GameStop. So I don't know if that's necessarily a good deal, and I don't know if I would actually recommend that, because you can actually get yourself a PS Vita Slim from Japan that will probably come in even better condition than something that I got right here. And you can even choose different colors and stuff like that. Like I said, I got the black one, but if you go to Japan and import it like on eBay or something, you most likely will be able to choose from a wide variety of colors. And sometimes they even include like a micro SD card, like a Sony, official Sony micro SD card, with the purchase for around like $119, $110, depending on what deal you get, because there's many sellers out there selling used PS Vitas from Japan. But to be honest, if I were to recommend a Vita to get, I would recommend that you do it that way, because while this turned out to be a really decent kind of like purchase, it turned out to be a pretty good job on GameStop's part. Not everybody's gonna have the same experience, and you might not even get a good Vita out of your purchase. Now, the only reason I did go through the GameStop route was because it was on sale for $109, which I thought was a pretty decent deal. You know what I mean? Overall, with tax and everything, it came out to like a little less than 120. So, you know, sort of the same as what you would get on a Vita Slim from Japan. So it is a competitive price. It's not a bad price, and if you can find it for $109 on sale, this is actually not a bad pickup. But again, it's about whether you're going to get an actual really good version, you know, whether you're going to get one that's, you know, in decent condition, or if you're going to get one that's in bad condition. Because I've heard, you know, and I've seen pictures from people that have gotten bad Vitas, you know, terrible conditions where it's like really scratched up. But at least the one thing that you can be reassured about is that GameStop does replace the screens when they refurbish the systems, because I'm pretty sure this is a brand new screen. I can't really tell, but I'm pretty sure this is a brand new screen. But yeah, other than that, there really isn't much else that they do with the refurbished, so just keep that in mind. But going into 2020, I actually do recommend the Vita in general. If you're thinking about getting a Vita, now is the time to do it. Whether you get it from GameStop, whether you get it from Japan, whether you get it from any other kind of seller here in the United States, it really doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, as long as you get a good condition Vita, That's all that's great, because there's so much potential with the system. There's so many things that you can actually do with it, and I'm really, really excited to get into it and get started with all the games that I really missed out on over the years. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and go to my twitch.tv/Sony. Please go follow that, because we're going to be streaming 4 days a week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I've been doing that for the past couple of months, and it's been a lot of fun, and we just want to keep growing from there. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to do that. And anyway, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.